Is that what?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Oh, we're learning new things here.
Oh, well, it's a good thing. Yeah, the old screen door, the front porch. Whose car is that? The Rambler?
What is it? I think it is the Rambler.
Yeah, the black and white Rambler.
We had a red Rambler, and Dad got these
Rose.
deals. He kept us some
But it
dumb.
did have a back seat?
It did.
That one did have a back seat. But that's Judy's Hillman over there. Judy's family's Hillman on the back.
Oh. There you go. Okay, let's see.
Oh, microphone, Eileen.
Oh. I'm so busy with my stuff here. Okay, so we got the Cub Scouts covered and how that was done. Which way is it? This way. Okay, and so let's peruse through here because I'm really, okay, so there we go. There's Dad when he went to Iwo Jima when they formally closed Iwo Jima. And remember the Manhattan Athletic Club for men, and then there was one for women,
Yeah. I went to it.
which is now a church or something?
Jewish synagogue.
Jewish synagogue.
Okay, yeah, all right. And so, let's see, what else is in here? All right, so here is the building of American Martyrs. There's Dad, and this is, looking towards Laurel, 15th.
And there's a school.
And there's the ditch. And some of those houses I think are still there, right? Our old playground in the back, that's American Martyrs. And fun and playtime at the Clarys. And this is total out of character for my mother. Trust me. She put Dawn's, we must have finished Scrabble or something like that. Dad puts on her apron, Mom puts on the police and gets his billy club. And we have fun in the kitchen.
She has a cigar.
And a cigar in her mouth. She was slim there too. And there's Ann, John, and myself. And we are, I guess that's part of the thing. There's Mom and Dad there. And that's the end of my, those.
But you didn't talk about the Marine Street crabs yet.
No, let's cover that. Okay, let's see.
Well,
After-
part of that goes with my story because I started to say I went to school at Bishop Montgomery. So my friends were in high school. Okay, wait, I have to use it. My friends were in Torrance, at Bishop Montgomery, they came from Redondo, Manhattan. They came from all over. So my friends were scattered over the South Bay. Her friends, and I don't know why John's friends, they had all these friends on the other side of the tracks. That's what I always tease Eileen about. Because a whole bunch of them lived on the other side there on Palm and Maple and all that kind of stuff. I didn't have very many friends over there. They had a ton of them. And these Marine Street crabs originated, it seems like, to me, Eileen will tell you more, most of them came from there because they went to aviation high school. That was the thing. So Marine was the cutoff. And so Judy and Eileen they were on this side, so they went to Maricosta, and then everybody else went to aviation. That must be how they started. Well, you tell us.
Well, it goes, that's after 1965, but yes, we all became friends at Marine Street because it was just down the street. We could ride our bikes, we could walk to it, it was accessible, everybody knew everybody. And that picture you see of that building where you took your dance lessons, that was Lee's. And so we always went into Lee's for a burger, rented Matt's, the best burgers in town, and we all know the story of Lee's.
And french fries. Oh.
Yeah, Lee was, what was he in, the Merchant Marines?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Lee was quite a character and got himself into a little bit of a problem there at one
There's a
time.
question
Was that anything to do with, Lee Guitars on Sepulveda there, just?
No.
No.
Was it differently? Okay,
That's-
just asking.
He was Lee Goodwin,
Oh, okay.
and he was a gambler, and yeah, but he was a fun man, and he treated us good.
Colorful. Colorful.
Very.
Colorful.
That's a good word.
Well, Neil and Jeannie can clue you in as much as I can, but we all met each other, even if you went to aviation or you went to Maricosta and, you know, Grandview, Ladera, I've been looking into Ladera here lately because I forgot all about it. And it's not there, I mean, it hasn't been there for years.
See what's there now.
Yeah, I hear,
What's there?
Oh, just huge
broken glass.
development. You know where that field that was like the dog park, it's now like it is like massive development there, just on the east side of Grandview. There between like Blanche is the bottom of the hill and the top of the hill, it's just massive. You'd only know about it if you had to drive your kid down there, cause that's not a real thoroughfare area, but it's just massive development. So the old buildings are all taken down and now it's all state of the art stuff. I don't know what they call it, but it's on the former Ladera.
Grandview.
What's
I think it's
Grandview?
in
Okay,
Grandview.
so it's now all
Yeah.
from Grandview?
That's what I
Yeah.
heard too.
Okay.
And where the, what was it, the cafeteria was, it was a one-story thing down on Bell. That's just that huge office lockdown, it's like everything's locked up, you can't
Oh,
get in there.
Oh, well, that's.
Bell and 27th Street, you know, right?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
It's a
But that's-
three-story building, the ground floor is office and admin,
Yeah.
the second floor is, it's called the Performing Arts, PAC, and it's for assemblies and performances, it's a
Oh.
stage, and,
Oh.
theater seating, and then the third floor is staff lounge, and I think there's some offices up there for like speech therapy and occupational therapy.
So it's just Grandview spilling over the hill?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
oh, interesting, oh, that's too bad.
Well, it was over the hill, cause they had those. Yeah.
Well, that's one of my favorite things to think about is riding the cardboard down the sand dunes.
Yeah.
And, but, you know, going to American Martyrs, we were on the other side of Manhattan Beach, it's a 6-mile town or whatever it is, but, yeah, that was one of my favorite stories there. And so, yes, eventually, we became the Marine Street Crabs and Crabettes, and as a matter of fact, we've got a lunch we're all going to. We've known each other we've decided, Pam and I go back 60 years, Jeannie and I go back 50, Neil, and so yes, if you are from Manhattan Beach and the Pettits, we go back, 70, 71 now. And so, but we have such great memories of all those times, and as a matter of fact, I thought I'd share a few of them with you, riding the cardboard down the sand dunes, swimming at Beg, bowling alley at what is now the Calvary Church.
It's Hope Chapel.
Oh, Hope Chapel. See how often I'm Catholic, what do I know? Following midnight mass, we dine in the AM, we went out at 1 o'clock in the morning to either La Coco's or the Seaview Inn. Sunday night dinners at the Bay 90s. Ride the bikes up to Clancy's for a burger.
Oh, yeah.
Over to Bill's Liquor for candy. Always had everything at Hillside Pharmacy.
My mom would give me a note, and I would go to Bill's and buy my mom cigarettes. 5 cents.
I bought them from the Helms truck. Taquitos at Jill's. Shopping at Food Giant. The Madhouse for
Oh,
all kinds of things. Chin Lee's for Chinese food.
To go.
El Porto to deliver the Beach Boys newspaper with Barry Host. And our favorite TV shows, Johnny Carson at night, Honeymooners on Saturday night, and Ed Sullivan on Sunday. And then I thought I'd roll out with, okay, we talked about the Cub Scouts. This is from 1959 when the Cub Pack had 15th birthday. Certain names arise out of that, one of them being, of course, John Clary, Mike France. We have also Dennis Knorr. And there's many others, but and Bernie Hoffman presented the presents to them, so I sent that to Joni, just to show her that her brother John was in that troop as well. So, any other questions, anything to add? Okay.
I have one. Yeah, that was really nice. Thank you so much.
Well,
I have
thank
one.
you.
I have one thing.
When Alice would take us down to the beach, to Marine, and I love the water. And I would see that water, and I would just take off running. Well, she doesn't swim, and she'd panic, and I'm jumping in the water, you know, body surfing, and when I'm just a little thing, I was never afraid of the water. Now that I'm older, I'm a little smarter, but, but those were wonderful memories that I have of her, and I call them my sisters. You know, Anna's my sister, Eileen's my sister. And we've just had a wonderful time playing ditch-em, and I was crying because one time we were playing ditch-em, and Anne just got a new pair of shoes. She's running, and I guess back then, they'd dig a hole and then put their dog things in there.
Oh.
Okay? But she was running and her foot got caught and she went down into it. And she comes back to her mom and she says, "Mom, look what happened to me. I fell in a poop pile, you know." And she made her wash it out. She made her wash that out. And after she washed it out, she made her wear it to school. You know?
She was a child of the Depression.
I know, I had one of those too.
There you go.
Oh, well, going back to that, now you can't get me in the ocean water. Back then I was an avid body surfer, but nowadays, no.
If it's
Fish,
warm enough.
I have a question.
it's not the warm.
Oh, Shani has.
Who taught you guys how to swim? If your mom didn't, so
Oh,
how did all the
good
kids learn
question.
how to swim?
Okay, we had one pool,
Good question.
Yeah.
one pool on the street, and it was the Smith.
Uh-huh.
And they were right at the corner, and she would put the fish sign out. If the fish sign was out, you could use the pool. And everybody invaded the pool.
So Mrs. Smith taught us how to swim.
Yes.
She was the nicest lady. She had one son, Pat, and he could do, he wanted a pool. Nobody had pools then, but they had a pool because Pat wanted a pool. And so she would let us, she taught us all how to swim, this wonderful woman.
That's awesome.
She was a saint, honestly.
But not me well enough by that time. Because I almost drowned, well, I almost drowned at Alondra Park in the pond. I fell off Dad's board up in Green Valley, and my brother always had to bail me out, always came to get me. And wherever I fell in, at that time at Alondra Park, I was chasing a goose feather. How can you drown? There's no water. I don't even know if there's water there.
Well, there still is.
Oh, is there?
It's still there.
Well, last time I played golf there, but
Well, John always saved Eileen, like 3 times Eileen was in drowning. And John would save her, but she had tell them the story about when Kennedy was shot. That all ties in with our
oh,
time
okay.
era.
Okay, 1962, November 22nd, I had to remind people this year, that was the year, 62 years ago that JFK was shot. And so we heard it on the sound system, it was coming over that John was in 8th grade, I was in 4th. And so they said, get your younger sibling and walk them home. So John had to hold my hand and walk up Laurel. Well, he was totally uncomfortable with this situation, holding my hand, and here I am in my saddle shoes and my skirt. And we went, they sent us home for whatever reason, I have no idea. But anyway, I still was telling him at the end how much, and he said, why was I holding your hand? I said, they told you to hold my hand and walk me home. Yeah, so he was a good brother. And I thought we'd give him a couple of compliments because he was such a good guy.
And he was married to our sister-in-law, Janice, right there in the red. And this is another good story about our brother. A priest came when he was dying, 8 years ago, Janice? 8 years ago. Father Tom, he's here in Manhattan Beach. And Father Tom knew John when they were young. And they were at Marine Street of all things. And apparently, they were all in a riptide. And Father Tom was drowning. And John was a really, really strong swimmer from the Smith's pool. he was a great swimmer. So he went over there and saved Father Tom. Well, John forgot all about that. And Father Tom came in to see him when just before he was dying, and reminded John that he had saved him. That was such a beautiful story.
Father Tom tells that story at Mass all the time too.
He does?
Yeah.
So Father Tom grew up here. Does anybody know Tom Kelly?
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, so
Who
he
doesn't?
lives off of near Marine, I think. I never knew him.
I really didn't either.
But he went, his family went to American Martyrs. He probably went to Loyola Boys School or something, I don't know. So we didn't know him. But anyway, he's been a priest all these years, and he was in Iraq, and he's a chaplain.
Well,
So now he's back. He's in Lompoc, and he has sisters in Manhattan Beach, so he comes back and forth, and he'll do a mass here when he's here, and meets Janice and a bunch of people for breakfast, and just a great guy.
well,
What?
I think he was part of the sweep, when they came through for Vietnam, for the draft.
He was?
Yeah, he was a army, chaplain, yeah.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it-
I know
was
he's
he
in
part
the
of
Air
the
Force.
suite?
He's at the
He
Air
was
Force.
at that
He was
period
at the
when
Air
they
Force
drafted
base.
us all.
Yeah, they just came in, no one had a lot of warning, as I recall, and took all our boys.
Oh, and he got taken too, huh?
I
Okay,
don't
well,
think he
anyway,
might have.
he's a very nice man.
Well, Mike, remember we had 3 bedrooms, so I had to share with my sister. And Mike was drafted, and we were like fighting who was gonna get his bed. And then we were upset because he came back because they rejected him because he had bad asthma. We were upset he wasn't going to get it.
Well,
He was 5
probably
years
was-
older than me, I was,
Yeah. Oh, God.
And we do see Pam's sister over in Hawaii when Ann and I go over and see the house. Her sister Cindy lives there now, so she's over by Kona, and we go over there and see her. So I get to see her twice a year now. So, and that was kind of fun, but, no, about Father Tom, why I didn't know him is, Rick Shields told me that he finished surfing and go home and study theology. That's why I never knew him. I'm not home studying theology.
Well, how about how we would walk to the beach? I have a daughter, but my parents would let me walk to the beach, and I had these little itty bitty bikinis on with no cover up. You just walked over the hill, but you had to go to Marine because that's where the main lifeguards stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And
I didn't let my daughter walk in her bathing suit over the hill.
And Janice and I worked together, what were we, 14? When we started Rexall Drug?
15, 16, yeah.
That
Yeah,
was-
at the corner of Manhattan Avenue
Center,
and
Rexall
Manhattan
Drug.
Beach Boulevard.
Gosh, how
Yeah.
fun was that?
Dr. Lazar, yeah. So we've kind of all known each other for a very long time.
Well, at that drugstore, a lot of the merchants would go there and gamble in the back. So Dr. Starr, do you remember?
Yes,
that?
I
Yeah.
know,
So
Dr. Starr.
they didn't, you didn't have a cell phone, so they'd be back there gambling, and the big head nurse would scare the hell out of me all the time. If you showed up, they had walkie-talkies, okay, Dr. Starr, you need to come back up to the office. That's
Wow.
Where was it at?
It was on Highland. Highland.
Yeah,
What's
just got
next
from the
on
pier.
Oh, no, Dr. Starr's
Oh, Dr.
office
Starr,
was
yeah.
on
Dr.
Highland.
Yeah,
No. Yeah.
it's kind of where Christie's Cards used to be, right in that block there. I think it's the real estate.
Right. He'd be a doctor you could go for a shot, but that was about it. He'd scare.
Or place a bet.
Well, my first vet was Dr. Hurt at,
That's a perfect
Yeah.
name.
at the, right next to, Tyson,
Oh,
and the little, he was in that little, Manhattan Beach, the Dr. Hurt. I'd go in, I'd go, Mommy.
Well, yeah, and the other thing about living on John Street is we were very athletic on that, on those streets. And we used to run from our house down to the Pettit's house and back. On foot races we would do all the time. It was just common to say, let's go. And there you'd head up, and whoever got back first, which, I don't even remember who got back first.
probably you.
I guess I'd be the youngest.
Downtown Manhattan Beach was so small, because we lived on Manhattan Beach Boulevard. And remember, right across from
Yes, the
Presbyterian
Argyles.
by Ardmore. And people would stop and say, where's downtown? There were no signals. Where's downtown?
Oh, yeah.
And we'd say, you just went through it. The biggest thing was Metlocks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, does anybody remember Kilroy over the fence at Metlocks?
Yes.
I do.
Thank you.
Oh, Kilroy was here?
Yes.
Yeah.
I said that to Ann, and Ann said, no, she didn't. See, no one remembers that. Yes, the nose was over the side of the fence, facing the railroad tracks.
I think that he was a cartoon from the, World War II.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Kilroy was here, meaning, our presence was there.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, okay, Hobo Bridge.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
We
never
used to,
went
okay, John taught me how to ride my bicycle after my tricycle. And he built me a skateboard as well. He took my old roller skate, pounded it down, put a piece of wood on it, nailed it, and there I went down the Chrisman's driveway. And I never looked back from, that was the original skateboard. And then he taught me how to ride a bike. So I was on and I could feel that he had my seat, and then I started riding, and then I turned around, he was way back there, and I said, I'm on my own. And then I got to the railroad tracks and started riding those wooden tracks down to Hobo Bridge against my mother's better judgment, because she said, never go down to
That's
Hobo Bridge.
That's right, she did.
What would I do? Go down to Hobo Bridge.
Yeah.
And every day, we would go down there and look and see who was underneath
there's
there.
any
Now it's a
bubbles.
big facade up there or something, right? Okay, yeah, I've just heard.
I do, but I never saw any hobos.
I didn't either.
Oh, yeah. Well, you saw the remnants of it.
Yeah, I guess they spent the night there or something.
Underneath where there was a cutout underneath it. And where you were hiding was Dennis's tree on Marine Street. Remember that big tree? Yeah. Yeah, so it was kind of funny. Okay, I guess
We're done.
Well, no, you don't have to be done, but are there, any more questions? I just wanted to say something about, when you mentioned Thai songs. Thai songs owners lived on John Street, the Holloways.
So, and, yeah,
Art
so,
tie.
I don't, Loretta Holloway, I don't remember his name, but Dan and Danita Holloway. I went to school with Danita and Priscilla, I think, your sister
Yeah.
dated, but they own Thai Songs. And one thing that I remember about Thai Songs is that Dan Holloway and other underage children would go in there to buy cigarettes, cause they had a cigarette machine.
Yeah.
So, you know,
For
things.
25 cents.
Yeah, the things that kids
Oh
will
my
do
gosh.
is
But
that
I-
sort of thing. But,
Now, you bring that up, but I knew Art Ty.
Art Tie's family
Yes,
started
eventually,
Thai
because,
Songs.
yes, because he used to come in the schooner when I worked there.
Yeah.
so I thought that they had built it, but I don't know, but I know that
I
they
think
owned
they
it for a
bought
while.
it
Oh.
from the Ties,
I see.
yeah, I think.
Well, people don't remember ponchos was Chinese food.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Judy's father was a bartender,
Ponchos,
No, he was
Cisco.
the chef.
chef.
My dad was?
I thought it was
I think my dad
Cisco's
was the
that
chef.
was.
Cisco's was down across the street.
I always thought it was Cisco's.
Yes.
Oh, I know, I know.
A nightclub
No, I'm
dance
done.
place.
Well,